If you're looking for ways to express yourself, create space and time to process what's going on in the world, I highly encourage you to try a sacred painting practice. Welcome back, lovelies. I just received some new black canvases in the mail, and I thought I would try some of my NeuroGraphica on the canvas rather than on a piece of paper, which it's normally done. And NeuroGraphica is a beautiful marrying of psychology and neuroscience, and it's a form of self-coaching. And I'm not going to instruct you on how to do it. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing on the canvas. And you can practice this for yourself. It's painting as a meditation is how I'm using it here. So I've made a whole bunch of random lines, and now I'm just playing with circles. And circles are like the original mandala, a point of wholeness and beginnings, representing a lot of different things, the self primarily. And I'm just putting some circles on there, and now I'm starting to integrate those circles with the lines. And this is the part that's the meditation. You just go in, and every time a line crosses another line, you just round out the little joints. And it's interesting because my teacher in NeuroGraphica says that the lines where they intersect is always could be a point of conflict. And so we're kind of smoothing out the conflict, and we're just smoothing out all those joints, and it's very soothing. It's a beautiful way to take care of yourself, breathe, give yourself a break from the normal, and just be and watch things as they progress on the paper or the canvas. And that's the beauty of a sacred painting practice, is just being able to make your mark, leave a mark, and in the process of leaving a mark, hopefully making it more beautiful than when you found it. And I think this is one of the only places that people want to see you leave your mark is on the canvas. Otherwise, it's like leave no footprint behind and clean up after yourself. And so here on the canvas, we can explore our inner self, our thoughts and our dreams and our hopes. And you can hear yourself talking to yourself when you're at the canvas if you listen. And when you paint as a meditation and you're not painting for a particular purpose or outcome or product, it becomes such a beautiful way to express yourself and use your voice. Even though you're not talking, you're talking with your hands, really. You're expressing a little bit of who you are and letting other people see your energy manifest. And it's a powerful, powerful healing modality and a powerful way to reflect and get in touch with who you are. That's what I found. It's been such a lovely exploration of how I work and how my mind works. You can also infuse the canvas with your intentions by writing words, drawing sacred symbols like the circle. The circle is definitely the original sacred symbol. We were on a walk. I was on a walk with my husband the other day, and I said, when you're studying geometry, you have a point, right? And then when you have 2 points, they make a line. And then where does the circle enter the picture? And so we had a little discussion on geometry and life. I couldn't quite decide where the circle fits in, but I think the circle has to be the point expanded. And that's kind of how we are. We're a point beginning in time, and then we expand. We're always constantly expanding. Life is an additive process. You can never go backwards. You can only go forwards. And so as you're able to go forward and integrate all of your experiences, everything leads you to where you are. And so nothing is ever wasted. And there's a concept in Buddhism that nothing is ever wasted, that everything you do for another human being serves yourself and benefits yourself. And so in the quest for serving other people, being a bodhisattva, bringing out your highest potential, enlightened nature, that always serves you as well. Buddhism is not about one person taking one step forward. It's about 1,000 people taking one step forward. Understanding that, when one person is suffering, we're all suffering. When we're suffering, nothing else matters. So how can we self-soothe? How can we view suffering in such a way that it spurs us forward in our own self-development and growth? And how can we contribute? I've pondered on these questions a long time, and I've come to the conclusion that life is all about service to others and self-development, self-expression. My English teacher, Mervyn Lane, talked about how we come here to this life to experience things. And then after we've experienced it, it only becomes real, or part of the experience in making it real is that we express that. And so if we're not expressing our voices and sharing our experiences, we're getting all bottled up and stuck in resistance. And there's so many of us out there that have a hard time using words to express ourselves. And so this is where a painting practice can really help serve the collective as a whole, and sufferers of trauma and things like that, if you can't say it with your words, you can say it with color on the canvas. You can see how these circles now have created something bigger. It's not just a point anymore, and it's not just a line, it's something. There's something there. That's kind of like our consciousness. You can't point to it, it's not visible, and yet here it's visible. Here we can see that something's going on in this physical reality, and we as human beings naturally want to create and express and share with each other in community who we are and just our beautiful spirits. And I think everybody fundamentally, every human wants to have an environment where they can thrive and grow and be supported in. And so it's up to each one of us to make that environment in our own lives and then spread that out to the rest of the world. And the best way to do that is to just focus on what we can control, which is our own thoughts and feelings and actions and reactions. That's all we have control over. The rest of the time, life just happens. If you're looking for ways to express yourself, create space and time to process what's going on in the world, I highly encourage you to try a sacred painting practice. Try putting paint on the canvas, making your mark, feeling the feelings of freedom and joy and being alive, doing something different for yourself, not for a product, not for any particular purpose other than to experience a part of yourself that you don't normally get in touch with. I hope you enjoyed watching this piece of my energy become manifest, that you get a little bit of my passion for helping the collective and serving others. You can find me at my site, heartevolutions.com, and my Facebook group, Powerful Joy. Until we meet again, go forth and blossom, lovelies. Thank you so much for spending time with me today.